How you guys doing today on this lovely Thursday afternoon? How you guys doing on this lovely Thursday afternoon? I just want to talk about equality. And I used to think that we as human beings were all equal. A lot of people like to think that, we as human beings are all equal. A lot of people want to believe in the whole theory of equality. But I'm going to tell you, there are many cases that show that we as human beings are not all equal. This is one of the main reasons to why I stopped believing in equality. Some people just got the short end of the stick, unfortunately. I would like to believe in equality, and someone was asking me in the comments about making a video talking about God having favorites, and I'm gonna talk about that some more. I used to believe in the idea of equality, but I don't anymore, because life is all about the cards you've been given. And unfortunately, some people was just meant to have a hard time in life. A lot of people like to make it seem like, you just got to you got to grab yourself by the boots and just man up, and, everything will work out in your favor. But it's not that simple. Some people were really dealt a bad deck of cards in life. Some people were really meant to catch hell. Some people were meant to suffer. And some people were meant to experience pain in life. I truly believe that. Far as, if you want to talk about a higher power, you want to talk about a creator, I do believe that the higher power favored some people more than others. Because when you see people who are born wealthy, they're born into families that can afford the Oscar de la Renta. They're born into families that can afford the Jacumas. They're born into families that can afford the Marnie or the Hermenegildo Zenia or the Roberto Cavalli. There are some people who were born into families that can afford that. So that just goes to show you that we're not all equal right there. Some people got it good and some people got it bad. I can even talk about how there are some people born with a high IQ and there are some people born with a low IQ. There are some people that are born very attractive, and there are some people who are not so attractive. So this is why I don't believe in equality. I used to want to think that everybody was perfectly made, that, that the higher power gave everybody, a fair deck of cards. Now, I was telling myself, if I was a higher power, let's say if I was the creator, I would have made everybody rich. I would have made everybody very intelligent, and I would have made everybody very attractive. There wouldn't be no such thing as unattractiveness if I was the creator. I would have made everybody equal. Therefore, there wouldn't be any need for people to envy each other. There wouldn't be no need for people to be mad at each other or for people to hate on one another, because hating on somebody comes from people, when you talk about people that hate on folks, hate comes from a lack of equality. Nobody would have to envy anyone. No one would have to hate on nobody if we was all equal. And I had to come to the realization that human beings, we're not all equal. You got some guys that never struggled when it come to women. Now, some people would say, well, the reason why some guys never struggled with women is because they know how to talk to women. But I saw a chat years ago It was a dude on it was a guy doing a social experiment. He was on a dating site, and he had a profile pic of a dude who looked like a model. And you guys may have seen this video. Years ago, it was a guy, he had a profile pic that looked like a model. He was saying all kind of reckless stuff to these women. You know, he was talking about sex and just saying a lot of inappropriate, reckless type of stuff. But the women were falling for it. And the women were eating it up. But you know what they'll tell certain guys? The reason why they're not successful with women is because they don't know how to talk to women. But this video proves right here that it's all about looks. You know? So that just go to show you that we're not all equal. You know? The mere fact that you got some dudes who never struggled with women. And then you got some dudes who can't get a lick of sex to save their life. So this is how you know that we're not all equal. You got some people who just never had struggles in certain areas. And this is the reason to why I no longer believe in equality. I don't believe in equality. I believe that some people were just dealt a bad hand, and the Creator, God, the higher power, whatever you want to call it, just gave some people an advantage. Some people were given the advantage in life. And unfortunately, some people were given the disadvantage. And, you know, one thing I had to understand too in society, people feel that men shouldn't complain about anything. As a man, you can't complain about nothing. You just got to man up and take it. And I think that's bad advice too. You know, everyone should have a platform to where they can vent and talk about their issues and their problems. That's the problem with this world. You know, people feel that men shouldn't vent or talk about what's going on with them. But the idea of equality, it's a nice idea, but unfortunately, it will never be a reality. There will never be a such thing such as equality. We as human beings are just not all equal. Some people have the advantage, some people don't. And it's very unfortunate. You know, this is why I no longer believe in equality. Growing up, going to church, you know, they say that the higher power made everybody perfect and specially made. That's not true. You know? And one thing that a lot of people like to say, and when people say this right here, all they're doing is trying to dumb your situation down. When people say things like, you know, things could have been worse, or you could have been in a worse position, all they're doing is just trying to dumb your situation down. They're trying to make it seem like you don't have a problem. And I've been done that way a lot in my life. People try to dumb your situation down, telling you, oh man, you ain't been through nothing. You haven't experienced nothing. You know, when people do that, they just trying to dumb you down. They just trying to gaslight you really into believing that you don't have any problems. Because I've had plenty of people tell me, oh bro, you ain't really been through nothing. You haven't had any challenges in life. And that's not necessarily true. Yeah, things could be worse for some people. But that doesn't mean that the current circumstance that they're in isn't bad. You know, that doesn't take away from the darkness that certain people are currently experiencing in life. So I don't believe in this idea of equality anymore. Equality is a made-up idea. It sounds good, but unfortunately, it's just not true. You know, people, we're not all equal. Some people have the advantage, some people have the disadvantage, and it's very unfortunate. And, you know, I guess you could say that the higher power wanted some people to suffer. I guess you could say that. I mean, because that makes a lot of sense, you know? I guess you could say that the higher power wanted some people to suffer and to experience pain and misery. if you just want to look at things from a logical perspective. But that's my take on equality. I'll be talking to you guys very soon. It's a beautiful Thursday. And you guys have a good one now. Have a good day.